Michigan Out of Doors Online is brought to you in part by
Animals have the ability to smell scent half a mile away. But what good is an attractant if the animals have to be close to smell it? Introducing an industry-first vapor system. Vapor lasts longer and travels farther. WindScent by Fourth Arrow. Active vapor for deadly success.
Hey everybody, welcome to Michigan Out of Doors. I'm Jenny Olson, and this week we are in Las Vegas. Jordan and I are here for the SHOT Show. It's the Shooting, Hunting, Outdoor Trade Show. We've been here for a few days getting footage. We're visiting with some different manufacturers to show you some of the new shooting and hunting products that are coming our way this year. You won't want to miss that story. And in the meantime, Jimmy's got some other fun stuff for us too.
Well, I have to say I'm a little jealous that I couldn't make the trip with Jenny and Jordan to Las Vegas, but very much looking forward to that story. We're also going to show you a ice fishing tournament that just happened on Lake St. Clair, and we're going to introduce you to a wildlife artist on this week's show that has a very unique canvas. You won't want to miss that. Lots of good stuff on this week's show. You stay tuned. I'm Jimmy Gretzinger. It's time for Michigan Out of Doors.
From the first spring rains to the soft summer breeze, dancing on the pine forest floor. The autumn colors catch your eyes, here come the crystal winter skies. It's Michigan, Michigan out of doors.
What a beautiful day in the woods.
Someday our children all will see this is their finest legacy, the wonder and the love of Michigan. As the wind comes whispering through the trees, the sweet smell of nature's in the air. From the Great Lakes to the quiet stream, shining like a sportsman's dream, it's a love of Michigan we all share.
Michigan Out of Doors is presented by Country Smokehouse, a sportsman's destination since 1988, featuring varieties of homemade sausage, jerky, brats, and gourmet entrees. Holiday gift boxes can be assembled in-store or online. Details at countrysmokehouse.com. By Showspan, producing consumer shows including Outdoorama March 1st through the 4th at Novi's Suburban Showplace. The show features tackle, trips, boats, outfitters, wildlife encounters, and of course, Big Buck Night. That's Outdoorama and Novi March 1st through the 4th. By AnglerQuest Pontoons, a mid-Michigan company building boats for fishermen by fishermen. AnglerQuest Pontoons are designed for comfort and functionality. On the web at anglerquestpontoons.com.
Soaking in the rich tradition of Michigan hunting for over 30 years. Vanguard is proud to sponsor our friends at Michigan Out of Doors TV.
Well, we are here in Las Vegas for the SHOT Show, the Shooting, Hunting, Outdoor Trade Show. We don't get to come here very often at all, but this is an industry mecca here. Everybody from the shooting and hunting trade is here in this convention center. Jordan and I walked around and talked to some different people in the industry to talk about some of the new products out that everyone back in Michigan will definitely want to see. Okay, well, we are here at the Realtree booth. I don't even know if you can call this a booth. It's like a whole city block here. But we're here with Tyler Jordan. And Tyler, you guys just released a brand new product.
We did, a new camo pattern, Realtree Edge. It's been 4.5 years in the making. We're really excited. I'm glad it's here. I hunted it in all fall. So did my dad. So did David Blanton. A lot of our pro staff members hunted it as well. And right behind me, this is actually one of the outfits. This is the Drake non-typical suit. And something that we've done different on this pattern that we haven't done in the past is this abstract background. That's something that's new. On Realtree Extra and AP, we didn't have that, but I think that background has given it a lot of versatility. When I was out in Utah and Colorado, mule deer hunting out west, I said, man, it really looks good when you're like in rocky terrain. In the Rocky Mountains, I thought, man, this pattern really blends in well. And at first glance, you wouldn't think that it would, but it works extremely well in those conditions, as well as the hardwoods. So, you know, Dad has always said, every time I develop a camo pattern, to try to make a very versatile camouflage pattern. I think he's really done it with this one, and I'm just glad it's here finally.
Absolutely. So it's already field tested. We'll be excited to use it in Michigan this year too. Speaking of versatility, you guys have some other areas you're kind of delving into too.
Yeah, we're really excited. I think this is the third year. We have some new camouflage patterns out for Realtree fishing, not so much for hiding, but we just signed Jacob Wheeler, Casey Ashley, Mark Rose. They're part of the Realtree Fishing Pro staff, so real excited about that brand as well. It's done, you know, it's been well received, and excited about that and everything going forward with that brand.
Awesome. Well, we're excited to see it all coming out. Thank you so much for your time.
Much for coming by.
All right. Okay, well, we are here at the Vanguard booth. It's kind of fun to see a Michigan company. It kind of makes us feel like we're at home out here in Las Vegas. We've got Bob Coletta here from Vanguard. Bob, tell us about some of the new and exciting stuff you have here.
Yeah, Jenny, this year in the RS4 series, our Endeavor series, which is our 30 millimeter line, we've got 2 new long distance scopes, actually 3. One is a 4 to 16 by 44, which this one happens to be. It's actually my favorite. Really great compact scope for high, long distance shooting, high magnification. We've moved the illumination over to the ocular for nice, easy access. Of course, parallax adjustment and all the ED glass and everything that Vanguard's noted for. Again, a 4 to 16 by 44. And then also it comes in a 4 to 16 by 50. So we've got the capability for somebody who wants something for a little better, low light performance. And then for the varmint guys, predator hunters, we got a 5 to 20 by 50. So again, extending that magnification range, getting out there at long distance, and it actually comes with a new accessory for this year, which is a sunshade. So the guys who are prairie dog shooting or varmint hunting, you've got a solution here to take care of that glint on your objective lens.
Oh, that's great. That's really exciting. I love it. Now, how do you guys come up with your new ideas to change stuff? Are you out in the field using them?
That's the cool thing about Vanguard. We're all passionate. Our product development, we all do it. So it's whether we're fishing or camping or hunting, we're trying to develop packs and sticks and optics and stuff that are going to help somebody in the field. So yeah, absolutely.
Okay, we are here at the Ruger Firearms booth, and this is quite the elaborate booth here with Randy Brown from Randy's Hunting Center up in Bad Axe. You may recognize him. He's been on the show with the 450 Bushmaster. Randy, tell me what happens here today.
Well, we just won the Ruger Retailer of the Year, which is an award for the dealer in the United States that sells the most product from Ruger, does the most to promote it. They did a little stint about, we actually sold over 30,000 of these 450 Bushmasters, which actually is all because of this lady right here, the first TV show we did, showing the accuracy and what we did, and then the next TV show we did the following August with all the different variations, and now we've introduced a couple more today. There's some new Gold Wild 22-inch models that Ruger's basically, I guess what they did is they trusted us, and your TV show put it out there, and everybody wanted it.
That's amazing. Congratulations on that award. That's a huge deal across the entire nation.
Yeah, that's something that a lot of my friends that are in Alabama and different places have won throughout the years, and I thought, we'll never make it. We just don't do that. And when you do that kind of number, and 450 Bushmaster's a new caliber, but it's caught on all over the country. It's not just a Michigan thing anymore. So you've been watched on YouTube and all over also. And once they see your video where we introduced it, we've got people in Alaska, every state in the nation, Hawaii we've sent these guns to. So they are everywhere in the nation, and they're taking hogs, bears, of course deer, elk, you name it. And as you looked at your Michigan Outdoors, the big buck night, I think every hunter that talked had a 450.
Here with Taylor from GSM Outdoors. And Taylor, you've got a couple of new stealth cams out, don't you?
Yeah, we absolutely do. So we took our 4K camera platform and turned it into a wireless camera. Now, wireless camera is great because now we have Verizon. Everyone's been asking for Verizon. Well, now we have it. So we have Verizon and AT&T, and it's going to be 22 megapixels. We're really, really excited about that. And the great thing about our camera is run off of an app. So you can control your camera through the app wherever you are. As long as you have internet access, you can control your video, your pictures, everything, delete, send, save all your pictures from your phone.
That's huge. That's awesome to be able to do that and see what's out in your area during hunting season and when you're scouting and things like that too, right?
Right, absolutely. So you sit in the office and you get pictures all the time on your phone instantaneously. You're like, oh, I need to be out in the woods. So it's awesome.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Taylor.
Thank you.
Well, here we are. Another Michigan company is out here at the SHOT Show in Vegas. We've got Doug Roberts from Conquest Scents, kind of over in my neck of the woods, but makers of Evercalm scent, which everybody's using now out in the deer woods. But tell me about some of the exciting things you got going.
You know, one thing, it's nice to be a Michigan, made company, and it all started there in Davison, right in your area. But, the deer scents, Evercalm, is really caught on. The hunters spread it. But now we've also got the dog training scent lines. We got predator scent lines. But the dog training scent line is really taken off, and it's the antler scent. We got the Jeremy Moore antler scent and blood trail scent for training dogs, and that is catching on like wildfire because everybody wants to get out in the woods. And what can you do in Michigan? You can go shed hunting in the spring, mushroom hunting at the same time, and have your dog out there with you. So it's a good way to train those dogs. So that line is catching on extremely fast right now.
That's a great idea. I bet you Jordan Brown will be one of the first people on that.
He might be. Tell him about it.
Jordan's always out with his dog looking for sheds.
Everybody is. It's just a good time to get out into the woods, and it's something to do. But, the pheasant and the duck are our top two selling along with the antler scent. So those three. So if you're out going to train a dog for hunting, upland birds or duck hunting, it's a perfect scent because it doesn't dilute. It's in that wax formula. So it stays consistent with smell even in wet conditions.
Well, here we are at the 10-Point Crossbow booth. We've got Brian Flaherty here. Brian, you're going to tell us about a couple of new different things you guys have out now.
Sure, thank you. Right here I have two new bows in front of me for 2018, starting here in our Wicked Ridge line of crossbows, which is more of an entry-level line of crossbows here at 10-Point. This is our new Invader X4. This bow shoots up to 360 feet per second. It's about 15 inches wide when cocked. Comes with either our AccuDraw 50 cocking device or our AccuDraw cocking device. It's a great bow if you're trying to get into the sport, youth, anyone just really looking for that entry-level pricing. Maybe you're on a tight budget. It's a great bow. It starts at $649. Just a great shooting bow, easy. It's light. It weighs about 6.3 pounds. So again, it's just a great crossbow if you're looking to get into the sport of hunting.
Awesome. Okay, and what do we have here? This is interesting looking.
Yep. So here we have our new Nitro X, and this is really our top-of-the-line crossbow. This retails at $19.99. It's shooting 440 feet per second. So this is a reverse draw crossbow. As you see, the bow assembly is seated at the center of the barrel, make it very balanced, easy to shoulder, easy to handle. This bow features Vector Quad cable technology, and what that's going to do is it's going to use 4 cables instead of the traditional 2. So as you can see it here, what that does again is eliminate any cam lean and help increase the accuracy.
Wow, that's great. And it's got such a narrow profile. That's got to be a lot more versatile too.
Yes, that measures 7 inches wide when cocked. So easy to handle whether you're in the ground blind or the tree stand. Just a great shooting bow. People have been really excited about it. It comes with our AccuDraw Pro cocking device, which is a silent cranking mechanism. So that really gets anybody in the sport of bow hunting. That takes the draw weight down to about 8 pounds of force.
Well, it was a fun couple of days at this year's SHOT Show in Las Vegas, and it was also a nice reminder of just how many sportsmen and women there are throughout the country. Well, this time of year, there are a lot of good ice fishing tournaments all around the state of Michigan. We're going to head over to the east side of the state to Lake St. Clair to check out one that just recently happened.
Morning, cold as ice. It's a little dark out still. Guys are going out on the ice. We got over 200 people registered, and hopefully we'll have a good day. We got 2 teams of guys at each ramp with checking in, making sure no one's taking fish out on the ice with them, trying to cheat, and just making sure everybody's going to be safe out there. The rules are we're weighing in the top 10 perch, and there's prizes for panfish and biggest pike. Boundaries are you have to leave out of the day sail ramp here, and it's as far as you can safely travel, and the time frame was 6:30 this morning. We started checking people in till 3 o'clock this afternoon.
Conditions here at the Cold as Ice tournament on Lake St. Clair were less than favorable. With temps climbing towards 50 degrees and winds at 18 miles an hour, anglers had to exercise more caution than usual out here. It was slick, but there was still over 12 inches of ice in most parts. Detroit radio station WCSX hosted the event, and I caught up with Big Jim and Aaron from the morning show to hear why they started the tournament.
Well, the ice fishing in Lake St. Clair is legendary. I mean, it's so much fun and to be part of it and be involved with the Walleye Association, but what's going on here this weekend, not just today with our tournament, but tomorrow is a family day as well. So it's just as much fun for the adults and tomorrow to get kids involved in fishing. Everybody has great memories of going fishing with their family, so if we can get 1 or 2 kids turned on to it this weekend, it's all good.
Yeah, I grew up 2 miles down the road from here, and my dad used to bring me fishing here when I was a little kid, so the Metro Park's very important to me. And I agree with Jim, you know, how many memories will children have with their dads or their moms out here with a pole in the water? And just people think too in the summer is when it's fishing time, but that's not the case. You can catch just as many fish when it's cold outside.
You don't need a boat.
Exactly. Nope, you just need your legs in a pole and a hole in the ice.
It's funny too, like today we had almost 100 walk-ups alone, just people coming up for that. And then, you know, the people that register and tell stories and give advice and stuff like that, but if you're gonna live in Michigan, get outside. You gotta get out. You have to get outside and experience it. You got it.
We live in one of the most beautiful places on God's green earth, and it is like Michigan. One of the best things about Michigan is the winters. The fact that you can snowmobile or ice skate or go skiing or snowboarding. But you know, if you grow up by the water, this is the place to be. You can enjoy it all year round.
Folks were making the most of their time out here, battling the wind and slippery ice, and still focused on finding that catch to win the tournament. There were lots of locals here at Metro Beach, and some not so local.
Austin Fisher. I'm from Kalamazoo.
Kalamazoo?
Yeah.
Did you come all the way over for the tournament?
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah, we got a buddy that lives down a canal down here, so he said we tried last year, but the ice was too thin. So
Yeah.
this year we decided we'd make the trip, and it's been fun, something new. So we got a friend out there that's on skates. It's perfectly smooth, so it's easy to go check the tip ups, and you can walk better than I can. That's why I got stuck here. Forgot my cleats.
All right, cool. Good luck.
Thanks.
Guys were picking away at the fish out here, and back on shore, I caught up with Kim Jugowitz from the local auto dealership who sponsors this event.
This is the first year that we could actually sponsor the actual tournament. The last 2 years it got canceled because of the weather. So we're very excited to see, I think over 300 people came and registered this morning and are out on the ice.
Wow.
So we're all anticipating everyone to come in and see what the big winner is going to be.
Very cool.
Yes.
So why do you guys at the dealership think it's important to be a part of something like this?
Well, it's part of our wheelhouse. You know, we cater to the outdoorsmen. We're the #1 Ram truck dealer in Michigan in the Great Lakes area. So everybody that drives a truck is hunting, fishing, camping. So we love to get out and support these kind of events. So as you know, we have May Madness, we've got our walleye tournament, we have our buck pole in November, so the ice fishing tournament was just kind of a no-brainer. And our good friends at the Lake St. Clair Walleye Association are here again helping out, so It just works.
The Walleye Association was here with their trailer to officially weigh in all the fish. As the 3 o'clock deadline approached, anglers started making their way in.
What have you seen so far? We're just starting to see some people coming in.
Yep, we only got a few fish in. We had a nice 5-pound pike, some really nice crappie and bluegill came in, and we're still a little lacking on the perch.
Prizes would be awarded for the 10 heaviest perch from one angler, the 5 heaviest panfish, and the single heaviest pike. With mostly men out here today, ice angler Terry was one of the only women competing.
I just love it. I did 3.12. I know people did more, but...
On your perch, right?
Yes, the water's dirty, the conditions were not good, but it's all about the tournament. We had a great time.
Awesome.
Everyone had a great time here today, and at the award ceremony, the winners were announced. Robert Nielsen weighed in the heaviest 10 perch at 5.42 pounds. James Pipe had the heaviest pike, tipping the scales at 6.8 pounds, and Michael Colombo took home the panfish prize for his 5 crappie, weighing in at 3.71 pounds.
Congrats to everyone involved for making this year's Cold as Ice tournament a success here in Michigan's Out of Doors.
Well, thank you to everyone that made that tournament happen. It looked like a lot of fun. What we're going to do now is spend some time with Gabe Van Warmer. He was able to sit down with a local wildlife artist who has a very unique canvas.
If you follow walleye tournaments at all, then you've no doubt seen the name Eric Carlson towards the top of many leaderboards. Eric is an accomplished walleye fisherman. He lives near Alpena, but him and his partner Wayne Van Dyke have done very well in many bodies of water. I had a chance to join Eric and his son Brady as they fished Hubbard Lake for some walleyes. It was a windy day and we caught several fish, but I was excited to get back to Eric's place to see what he'd been working on lately. He is a world-class artist and does much of his work on a very unique canvas.
I've been painting probably since I was in second grade, but been painting feathers for probably since 2000, so 17 years or so. I was always into art in school and drawing, and always get in trouble for drawing while I was, supposed to be doing my classwork, and so yeah, I kind of was an artist all along, had an interest in it. Been doing it for years. Well, being an outdoorsman and fisherman, hunter, it's all wildlife, and love dogs and things like that as well. I draw my inspiration from that. So like, for instance, I've been doing a lot of walleye fishing lately and casting those shiver minnows. So I just did a walleye with a shiver minnow. So like, things like that. And if it's deer season and, I'm having a good hunt or whatever, and I see a good scene, I might kind of put that into some of my artwork.
Although his artwork is unbelievable, this isn't his everyday job. Eric is an art teacher at Alcona High School, and during the summers, he fishes walleye tournaments far and wide.
Okay, right. This is an order from a customer, and this is his biggest buck to date, I believe, and contacted me through a friend actually, and wanted to know if I could paint a particular deer, and which I do. I do a lot of pet portraits and buck portraits, kill portraits, bear. I've done people with their first bear. The key is getting a really good reference photo. If I've got a reference photo of somebody's animal, be it a white-tailed deer or a Labrador Retriever or a setter or whatever it might be, I can nail it. But the key is having that really good reference photo. I said what I do like about working on feathers is the variety. Every single one's different. There's different separation in the little barbs in the feather, and every one of those takes the paint differently. So some of them, they might look exactly the same, but they might take twice as long to paint because there's more separation in there. And the way I paint, that has to get filled in before you can actually layer it and get that high level of detail that I like to get. But anywhere from I love painting the wing feathers, especially for like fish. I like painting those smaller feathers on the tail. Those are really quite smooth, and they're tiny and they're a little difficult to paint, but they're really cool. I've actually got a little tiny one about that big. I can go grab and show you too. That's got a chickadee on it. To finish that off, is I actually wrap branches around this frame as well, and kind of it's not really random. I make sure that I have branches sweeping up towards the top, and it kind of encompasses whatever's going in that frame, whether that's one of my feather paintings, or whether that's a family photograph or a mirror. I've got orders for mirrors as well, and so kind of frame most of them the same. Every once in a while somebody wants one without the branching, but that branching adds to it quite a bit. The hardest part for me sometimes is knowing you got beautiful weather and fish are biting, or you got a perfect day when you got a cold snap and you want to be out in the deer woods hunting or whatever, and you got orders you need to get done, and it's just weighs on my mind a little bit. So sometimes I don't always make the right choice. It's pretty special. I've given people paintings when they're finished, and sometimes they'll have tears in their eyes, and that's what I really enjoy about it. It's that's what keeps me going and doing this. So
his work speaks for itself. Eric's feather paintings have been featured across the country and have sold in auctions for wildlife organizations for thousands. Special thanks to Eric for showing us just how he captures the beauty of Michigan's outdoors on his unique canvas.
Thanks for joining us this week for Michigan Out of Doors in Las Vegas. We hope you enjoyed the show. Check us out online when you get a chance. You can do it a number of different ways on our website at MichiganOutofDoorsTV.com. You can check us out on social media at Facebook, Instagram, and on YouTube. We'll be all over the place letting you know where we're at, what we're up to next. If we don't see you in the woods or on the water, we'll see you right back here next week on your PBS station.
Michigan Out of Doors is presented by Greenstone Farm Credit Services, making recreational land ownership possible across Michigan and northeast Wisconsin. Begin your land financing journey at one of Greenstone's 37 locations or visit greenstonefcs.com. By the Michigan Fly Fishing Club, presenting this year's 2018 Midwest Fly Fishing Expo. The expo is coming to Metro Detroit on March 10th and 11th at the Sports and Expo Center at Macomb Community College. For information and details, MidwestFlyFishingExpo.com. By the Michigan Wildlife Council, entrusted with educating the public on how wildlife in Michigan's outdoors are managed and funded for the use and enjoyment of future generations. Learn how Michigan manages wildlife at hereformioutdoors.org. By Pictured Rocks Boat Cruises of Munising, exploring Lake Superior's Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore. With its sandstone cliffs, caves, waterfalls, and lighthouses, Pictured Rocks Boat Cruises on the web at picturedrocks.com. Closed captioning provided by Marvo Mineral, makers of Lucky Buck, deer management products including minerals to supplement deer diets year-round to improve health and antler growth.
When I wander far away, a dream stays with me night and day. It's the road that leads to my home state. I am a Michigan man. Changing seasons paint the scene like rainbow trout in a hidden stream. The white-tailed deer in the tall pine trees. I am a Michigan man. I am a Michigan man. Ask where I'm from and I'll show you my hands. Lord above, I love this land. I am a Michigan man. From the Keweenaw down to St. Joe, Kalamazoo, east to Monroe, to St. Marie and back again. I am a Michigan man.